And I mean, I think that Rudd-Trump moment is going to be one of the moments that defines 2025 because you can't script this stuff. You just, it's truly mind-blowing. And just to then watch
reality TV.
And to watch Kevin Rudd's face, like you almost feel bad for him and then you don't. And then you're like, oh, well, that's not my problem. But the Zoran stuff as well. When you think, oh, they're going to have this terrible relationship, we have another grab from that meeting and it surprised everyone.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Just so bizarre. And
I think when we look back at Trump, because it's always interesting, after 10, 20 years after you've had a president or a prime minister, there is a culture to who they are and it only settles in history. You can't really grasp it at the time. I think that, but I'm going to have a go. I think that when we look back at Trump, what we will actually appreciate is how amusing and unpredictable he was. Look, there's things I don't want for him to stay. I don't want us to have the language that he uses. I don't want the kind of basicness of, you did bad. It's really not adding to our vernacular. And I would like some more sophistication. But as to the Elon Musk and the Trump partnership, it was risk-taking. It was energetic. We called it a bromance, but things happened. Doge was an interesting proposition. It was filtered around the rest of the globe. The fact he can have a relationship or a friendship with the New York mayor who's a socialist, that says to me that he's a man at times that can really open up the agenda, not go the way that we think he's going to go. And then you look at the work he's done in the Middle East. It has been astonishing. So you look at the relationships and then you look at the work, and it'll be really interesting in 10 years' time to look back. You look at Bush, you look at Clinton, you look at Obama, and they all stand for something. Quite often they stand for failures. In Obama's case, of course, with issues around healthcare, it didn't push through some of the things that he so badly wanted. When we measure Trump, I'm sure there will be a smile at the bottom of the paperwork, with a smiley face, because he at least has amused.
Yeah. And I mean, someone who hasn't amused in 2025, Prince Andrew, another major event of the last year. Truly unprecedented to see him stripped of his royal titles. He's been a prince since birth, the child of Queen Elizabeth II, but now he's been stripped of his royal titles and removed from the Royal Lodge. Angela, you've covered royal stories for years. Well, tell us.
I was outside. I worked in London and when Princess Diana died, and I thought there would never be a bigger story than covering that story for British newspapers as I did. And I've covered everything from Charles's interview with Dimbleby, the Panorama interview, which of course the BBC has got that interview by nefarious means. But nothing prepared me for the Andrew story, for the nature of the Andrew story, but more importantly than that, how the monarchy dealt with it. Now, in the past, things worked glacially. If you think about when Diana died, the British government, Alistair Campbell and Tony Blair, had to convince the Queen to both run the flag at half-mast and to get the Queen back to London from Scotland. Now, here we have Andrew and the monarchy actually acting decisively. They stripped him of his titles. They stripped him of his military positions. He's only a man of 65. He could live for another 30 years. We still have the material coming out from the Epstein files, and they come out week after week after week, and they are particularly damning. The way the monarchy has dealt with this has been extraordinary in so much as the action has secured the monarchy. Because had they not dealt with this the way they had of, and still, of course, court cases and police investigations around Andrew are still ongoing. Had they not done that, I think the monarchy would have been in severe jeopardy.
But I think it's so reflective as well. Like you were just talking about social media and the importance of cut through on social media. When you look at Wills and Kate and how they have conducted themselves and their performance, they have a much greater understanding of the immediacy of social media and the news cycle now than probably Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles, now King Charles, ever did. And so I have no doubt that there's a lot of influence, and you would have a lot more expertise in this area than me, but Will would be having a lot more influence over his father here to say, that's it, you got to...
Oh, absolutely.
You've got to pull the Band-Aid off. You've got to cut the ties now.
And the small R monarchy was the biggest thing he said. He said, we are going to have a small R royalty when he becomes king.